Hello, and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It is brought to you by justserve.org, which is a fantastic place to get started. If you've been looking for ways to get involved in the community, to help make people's lives better, to make this a better community, well, there are nonprofits here in the Sacramento area that are doing that every single day, and they could use your help. Get connected at justserve.org. Today, we are finding out about an organization called Girls Love Mail, and Gina Mulligan is here to tell us more about it. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I would love to hear more about what your nonprofit is doing here in the Sacramento area. I mean, it sounds like a really interesting concept.
Well, hopefully it is. So we collect handwritten letters of encouragement for women who are newly diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's kind of like letters to the troops, but in this case, they go to our breast cancer warriors. And we do work all over the country. We collect letters from anyone who wants to write a letter, and we get them out through cancer centers across the country.
Tell me a little bit about the impact that these letters have on a woman who is going through this fight.
You know, it's interesting. I'm a survivor, and the organization began because I received letters, not through our organization, just kind of friends of friends who found out about my situation. And I know firsthand how healing they are. There's something very tangible. I think we've forgotten in this age of text messaging and emails what it is to get something handwritten. And so it kind of began out of that kind of need and desire to kind of spread that message. And then we found that really letter recipients have really loved the letters. They have read them over and over. They've kept them on their nightstand. They have meant so much to people who sometimes don't have support. But also we found letter writers are really finding it impactful. It's something they can do. It's tangible. It gives them some kind of control. And we really were surprised by how many of the letter writers communicate with us how much the program has meant to them.
Do you find that you have a lot of breast cancer survivors themselves that want to write these letters because they know what it's like to be in those shoes?
We do. We do get a lot of breast cancer survivors who pass along wise words, some of their situation, what they went through, obviously words of encouragement. We also have a lot of non-survivors, friends, family, people who just want to pick up a pen and help. And it really is something that anyone can do. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's simply a piece of paper and a pen and the cost of a stamp. You mail it to us and we get them out through the cancer centers. We also say it's kind of a one-to-one charity. So unlike great organizations that collect money, your money's pooled together, we don't do that. There's no photocopying. Your one letter does go to one woman. So it is very personal.
I imagine it has quite a big impact on the person receiving the letter.
Very much.
Well, tell us about some of the ways that we can get involved and support you. It sounds like you need letter writers.
Letter writers, that's the number one. Yes, anyone wants to help. You can go to Girls Love Mail, it's MAIL.com, and we have all the information. There's guidelines. We have learned over the years, we have now collected 260,000 letters. So we've learned, yes, it's been an amazing run. We have definitely learned some things you want to say and some things you don't want to say. So we do have some tips and some guidelines. We do read every letter to make sure they meet those guidelines. So I have 12 amazing, wonderful volunteers who help me. And so Girls Love Mail is a place to start. Letter writing is really the key. It's a great activity for groups as well. So if you have a community that you work with, book clubs, organizations, work, we have a lot of breast cancer organizations through work environments. It's a great way to really get people together and write letters together. It's very encouraging.
Now, speaking of the guidelines, is there an age guideline? Because while people may really enjoy getting drawings from little kids, but maybe in other cases, people need, something that's more articulated, like from the mind of an adult. What are some of the guidelines with age?
You know, it's funny. We thought that too, and we found that age has not made that much of a difference. Our youngest letter writers are really 3 and 4-year-olds. Now, what happened was the teachers did help them, but they did these projects. And when you put the age on, there's something about these children letters that are so magical. And then even 7, 8-year-olds who write really poor grammar and misspelled, and they draw little pictures. I mean, there's something wonderful and so healing about them. We get more comments on the letters from children sometimes than from adults. So our youngest ones were 3 and 4-year-olds at a preschool who made that mailbox behind me, actually. You can see right there. And they're wonderful. And then just the adults, the teachers help them. So if you have a young one who wants to draw a picture and then you want to write a letter on the back, that's a great way to do it too. And you can kind of combine those efforts.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, this sounds like a great family project. It's summer, kids are out of school. What a fantastic thing to do with time.
It's great. We have a lot of card makers. So if you're a card maker, handmade cards, children's projects, Girl Scout troops have written for us, college groups. It really is. It's great. It's really kind of a universal, it kind of draws people together, doesn't it? It's kind of across all ages.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like the first step is to learn those guidelines and see how you can be a fit. And that would be by going to your website. We'll get that up on the screen here.
Okay.
Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like for people to know about Girls Love Mail?
Just that we have a gift book, and I wanted to mention this because it's called Dear Friend, and it's 100 letters that we curated out of 100,000 at the time of just really beautiful gift. It's a really beautiful gift book, and it's just beautiful letters. They're very heartfelt. They're very unique in some way. It's available anywhere books are sold, and I say that because if you need to give someone a gift and you're looking for someone who's been recently diagnosed, it's a really lovely gift. It also supports the charity. 100% of it proceeds go to the charity. So again, it's called Dear Friend, Letters of Encouragement, Humor, and Love for Women with Breast Cancer. It's a long title, but it pretty much says what it is. And they really are just beautiful letters in here. A good inspiration, too, for writing your own.
Yeah, I'm going to look for that in some of the bookstores around Sacramento.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the work you're doing, Gina, and thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for spreading the word. We appreciate it.